Good morning, I'm Philip Rice from St Giles Church in Desborough. Now, the 10th chapter of John's Gospel is famously the one about sheep and shepherds. It includes two of the great I am sayings of Jesus. I am the gate for the sheep, and I am the good shepherd. And I particularly like the verse where Jesus says, it's verse 27, "My sheep listen to my voice. I know them, and they follow me." And last week, Pauline showed us a great video illustrating how the sheep follow the voice they know. Now, listening and hearing are not quite the same. We often hear things, but don't necessarily listen to them. An aircraft overhead, for example. Unless of course, you're an aircraft enthusiast, wanting to identify the type of plane, in which case maybe you'll pay particular attention by listening closely to the noise it makes. For the rest of us, we hear it but ignore it if we can. It becomes part of the background, in one ear and out through the other. Now, listening to Jesus, listening to God, means first that we hear what he says, but also that we listen, pay attention, take note, and then we can act on what we've heard. My sheep listen to my voice, I know them, and they follow me. We can only follow if we've heard and listened to his word. What we do and where we go is all driven by what's in our head. Even if you've got written instructions to follow, you've got to read them and then process them in your head before you can follow them. John Mark Comer says, your head is where thoughts are formed, emotions created, ideas born. All of life is in our head, in that life is an experience of consciousness. So if I tell you to think of your favourite car or of your best friend, a picture will immediately form in your mind. And one way that God speaks to us is by planting thoughts in our mind. The trick, of course, is to work out which of our thoughts are from God and which ones aren't. David wrote Psalm 63 when he was in the desert of Judah. It begins, "You, God, are my God. Earnestly I seek you. I thirst for you. My whole being longs for you in a dry and parched land where there is no water." David was thirsty for water in a dry and parched place, but in calling for God, he says, "I thirst for you. My whole being longs for you." We hear God when we turn our minds to him. We may not be thirsty for water, but we're perhaps thirsty for peace in our broken world. We may be thirsty for a broken relationship to be mended. Whatever we're thirsty for, we must follow David's example and seek God, who already knows and is eager with the answer. He knows what is the right action to take. And it's when we seek him that we begin not just to hear, but to listen to the thoughts he places in our mind and follow his guiding. Amen.